Hey everybody, it's Secondhand Dan coming to you again from Florida land. I am out on to see my F150. It's a 99 and it's got a brake switch problem. At least I hope it's a brake switch problem. I know it's a no brake light problem. So I went ahead and ordered a brake light switch. Hopefully that's going to solve the problem of no brake lights. I've got brake lights up on the cab, but not in the tail lights. So let's go check it out. Right now I have the truck parked across the street. See, it's a little bit congested on my spot right now when we have to pull a car out. So I opt to sometimes have the truck parked over here in the neighbor's property. They're gone away for a while, so I'm sure they don't mind me parking here because it just makes it look like somebody's actually in their property right now. But here is the brake light switch, the part. It was a little weird getting this thing. The post office said it was delivered to an agent. Not in my mailbox, not to my house, not to my porch, but it was delivered to an agent, a receiving agent, something like that. And I didn't have it, and it was marked delivered. So they had me looking all over for it, in my mailbox, in the neighbors' mailboxes, on my porch, around my fence. I thought maybe they just threw it in the yard somewhere, but I just about gave up. I said, well, let's give it another day and see if it doesn't show up in the mailbox the following day, even though it supposedly was delivered today to agent. And it was in the mailbox today. So I have it in hand, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a very difficult job. So I'm going to swap it out and see if that solves my problem of no tail lights, brake lights. I have actually driving lights in my tail lights. I have four-ways in my tail lights, but I have no brake lights in my tail lights. I'm going to go ahead and pull the truck back across the driveway where I'll commence to do the repair on my own property here. Now the plan is, being that said switch is up underneath, and I don't want to break my back by laying halfway on here and dangling out here, I'm going to try putting a plank out here, supported on the other end. So let's get that set up, and I can lay on that. Well, this is the only plank I have of any significant length. It used to be a stair tread on my home. So I replaced them all over a year ago. So on this particular job, I did not use the YouTube cheat sheet. That's where you look up the problem and see if you can't find somebody who's already been through it and has done it. I have not, well, to tell you the truth, I looked, but I didn't find anybody. So maybe I didn't look hard enough. Okay, so those are my little catwalk back support. I'm going to lay on that and be able to hook up with what's underneath here. Maybe I'll put the seat back some too. There we go. That's as far back as it goes. Like I said, I was getting brake light up atop, but I was getting no brake light action in the back. Getting four-way action and getting turn signal action and getting driving light action. So it's not the bulbs. I definitely looked into that. Let's see if I can find a little bit of padding to throw on this plank. Well, I found this old full-size sheet, and I've laid it on the end of the plank so it doesn't dig into my back. Ideally, maybe slightly longer and slightly wider plank would have been the thing to go with, but I don't have anything like that. So you got to work with what you're given. So let's see about taking a look up underneath here at this switch. Well, I am laying on my back on my plank. You can see my knees are up in the air next to the door. Sunlight streaming in. It's about 82 degrees here right now. But it doesn't feel too bad because it's like 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the evening. Sun's on its way down. The humidity isn't all that bad, so I got to maneuver hands and whatnot up here, and there. All right. Imagine there's a tang on here somewhere. Yeah, okay, I feel one right here. And now, well, there's definitely a clip on the back. Oh, yeah, it's popping, it's sliding. It's on its way up and out. There it is. I was able to reach around back and pop that off. Now, what's holding it up there? Oh, the master cylinder comes through. Wiggling. There it goes. Oop, there we go. Shaft drops. This comes down. And there it is. Oop, there it is. All right, I'm going to have to set the phone down and go ahead and unplug this. So, give me a moment here. Well, I found said tab and pushed on it and tried to wiggle and pull the switch off. It's kind of stuck, so I'm going to have to get up here and go get me a small screwdriver. Well, let me do that. As far as the weather, I know the sun's feeling kind of warm on my knees, so. What the? I don't know what that whiteout effect was about there. Maybe because the camera was looking into the sun for a moment, but found this screwdriver in a toolbox in the back of my bed. I don't feel like walking over to the workshop looking for a slightly smaller one. I think I got enough room to work with this. This idea here seems to be working out pretty good. I got a step stool. Top of the step's about even with the floor of the truck, so it's definitely, I think, more comfortable than doing without it, but might have helped even if this was a little thinner, because I can still feel it pressing into my back down here. But it's better than not having it, so let me crawl back up under there. All right, well, the screwdriver gave me just enough of a starting oomph to get this going. Okay, well, this one here's original Ford, and this one's original China. Not big on China, but everybody likes the savings, and they do tend to work, so. Plus, I wasn't 100% sure if this was the problem, so I didn't want to run out to a Ford dealership and pay full boat for original equipment. So, let me get under there again and see about getting this in place. Alrighty, hopefully I'll go under, connect it up. This will be the last time I have to go under. I say it's definitely a lot easier working off this plank. Okay, here's switch, here's the wire. Okay, turn it over, click. Okay. Now, okay, sliding it, the master cylinder bracket back on with the switch at the same time. It's in place. Okay, my yellow Carter spring pin. I'm surprised I was able to get that one off with just my fingers. I didn't need a tool for that. Although if you have one of those bent picks, it probably would have made it a little easier. Okay, coming in from the top and pushing down, and booyah, it's locked in place. Okay. Crawling back out. All right, now I have to go get something to put pressure on the brake pedal. Maybe this plank will do it. I did have a stick I was using earlier. It's probably not too far away, but the plank's here right now. So if it works, why go looking for the stick? I'm gonna have to move this seat up to put pressure on the plank. And then maybe even lean the seat forward. Still gotta go forward. I might end up looking for that stick yet. Now, I think I got a pressure on it. It should be on. Okay, the brake light on the cab is on. And hallelujah, my tail lights are on. I mean, my brake lights are on. That's been bothersome for, I don't know, better than two weeks or more, because they used to work intermittently. Sometimes I'd have brake lights, sometimes I wouldn't. So I didn't think right away it was a switch, especially when the cab light always worked, regardless of whether or not the lights in the tail worked. So that's what made me think, oh, it wouldn't be a brake light switch if the brake light's making the cab light, third light come on. So pull the board back. That light's off. Don't let the sun's reflections fool you, but these are off now. You can see the third light's off. One more time. Should always test things twice. It's on the cab. Third light's on. Brake light's on. Yeah, that glare is getting me. What? It's deceiving, because when I stand here, it looks like it's not on until I come down to this height, then I can see it again. But yeah, it's a go. It is repaired. Glad to have that monkey off my back. I appreciate you tagging along while I fix this 99 F150 brake light situation. Goodbye.